Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Sunday Live activation. How is everybody doing who is here live and watching the replay later? Hello, we've got Mary Jean, we've got Ramona, Christine, John, Searching for the Truth, Victor, Hopewell Farms, Matt. Hello, everybody. So I am super excited for today. No, yeah, we started at 3 p.m. Central Time because I just had an interview on Vivian Chavez's channel. She is a wonderful Arcturian hybrid, so you can check that out if you would like. So we're starting a little bit later. But today I'm super excited for the topic today. We're going to be talking about activating and remembering our soul gifts and wisdom from Atlantis and Lemuria. So Atlantis and Lemuria is a super important part of our history. And most likely all of you have had past lifetimes in either Atlantis or Lemuria or both. It's a super, super important part of our history. And they were very advanced civilizations. Atlantis was very, very advanced, and Lemuria was very, very connected with the divine, kind of like that feminine energy. And of course, probably you guys know there was, a traumatic fall to Atlantis and Lemuria. There was a war that kind of broke out, and there were, positive beings and negative beings in Atlantis where corruption started to spread, and it ended up bringing the downfall of Atlantis, which really mimics the kind of what we're going through right now. We're a young species, but we are reaching a point where, we're developing and advancing very rapidly. And there is a lot of corruption on Earth. As you probably know, it's become pretty obvious that we need to work through and expose and clear and heal so that we don't repeat that timeline. But yeah, we are on an ascending timeline, and we are reaching higher levels of consciousness, and we're really going to be anchoring that in. How's everybody doing? Also, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Kylo is going crazy. My cat is going crazy right now. How's everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling? So my dad has passed on to the other side. Happy Father's Day. But he still continues to visit me and also assists me from the other side, and also contacts me from his ET Andromedan version. But yeah, happy Father's Day, everybody. And for all of the fathers on the other side as well. Hi, Katie, Leah, Vincent. So let's see. Brandy says, so during my attunement the other day, I found out I have a couple of Atlantean past lives. So this will be awesome today. Yeah, most of you guys have had incarnations in either Atlantis or Lemuria, if not both. It comes up in essentially all of my Star Origins readings sessions that I do for people. And it seems like a lot of us incarnated there to, experience that. But also, it seems a lot of us are kind of here for round 2 to make sure that we ascend this time and we are on our highest timeline. But even though there was some corruption and bad stuff that happened with Atlantis, there were a lot of really powerful starseeds and light workers and very positive people in Atlantis, me being one of them. I was an Atlantean. I really connect with the Atlantean side, and Thoth, who is known as the king of Atlantis. You see him often in the ancient Egyptian depictions as being half man, half ibis bird. And he, whenever Atlantis fell, so he was like a high priest. And I've actually had past life memories of him come up where me and Thoth worked together. Some people pronounce it Toth. We worked together in many lifetimes. I was a student of his, and probably some of you were students of his also. So we have a deep connection there, and he's actually the one who first appeared to me and showed me that I was from Atlantis before I even knew for sure that existed. And I go into details about that in my book Contact, my new book Contact. But that was really, really fascinating. And whenever Atlantis fell, So I'll just share a little bit about my past lifetime, and then I'll talk more about the Atlantean and Lemurian energies that are coming up right now, because I'm getting a lot of messages about the Atlantean and Lemurian energies coming up, and there's a big reason for it. And it's really, really important for the next stage that we're going to be entering into. But just a little bit of background on my Atlantean connections. I had past life memories come up where I was on some sort of a council, and I knew that the fall of Atlantis was coming, and I helped guide some people down to inner Earth um, before the fall happened to help save them. So there was a huge cataclysm. A lot of the planet went underwater. Some escaped apparently through ships, and some escaped down to inner Earth. So that's the inner Earth beings. A lot of the inner Earth beings that we see, there's a variety of races down there, but a lot of them are actually descendants from Lemuria and from Atlantis. And I have special connections with one in particular, inner Earth being. Her name is Kay. She has a longer name, but I call her Kay for short. And she has blonde hair, long blonde hair, and wears, I always see her in a white dress. And I think I'll show you guys some pictures real quick just to give you guys kind of a visual. And what I found is that she is a descendant of mine from Atlantis, from that incarnation, which is really cool. So we have a really strong connection, and she speaks to me often, and I can like hear her voice. She has a very soft, beautiful voice. She helps a lot with a lot of the meditations and activations. I have the Inner Earth Deep Chakra Healing session on my website available, and that is when Kay and other Inner Earth beings assisted with clearing and opening and balancing our chakras. So that session is available, but she's helped with tons of live activations too. She's a really powerful healer and very special being. So I want to show you guys just a few pictures to help you kind of connect with that energy. Okay, so let's see. Here's one. And this is often how I see them. And it looks like Mount Shasta in the background there, which Mount Shasta is known for having the inner Earth city Telos in the mountain, which is also connected to Thunder Mountain in Sedona. So there's a strong Lemurian presence in Sedona as well. And I'm actually going to be, me and Katie Rains, we're actually going to be hosting a Sedona retreat, a transformation and energy vortex tour in Sedona, connecting with the inner Earth beings and all of that in October. So there's information on that on my website if you'd be interested in attending that. But this is often how I see them, these specific beings. You know, they look very human. Yeah, this reminds me of Kay. Her hair's a little bit more wavy. But maybe these pictures can help activate something in you, just connecting on a soul level with the frequencies and your Lemurian side or your Atlantean side. You may have been a Lemurian priestess or priest, or an Atlantean priestess or priest. And so we're going to be talking about, and whenever the activation starts, we're going to be working on activating and integrating that, remembering that soul aspect. Let me just make sure that everybody can see. Okay, yeah, we can see. Perfect. Here's another picture. Another picture. And Lowell Johnson and others say that these beings are about like 7 feet tall. So they're typically a little bit taller. Okay, yeah. Here's another picture. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. So there's some pictures. Hi, Phil. Sedona sounds great. I'm considering for sure. Yeah, it's going to be great. And it's going to be a very smaller group than what we're taking to Mount Shasta. So it's going to be more intimate. And in the Sedona retreat, everybody has their own rooms, their own private rooms. So we spent a little bit more to ensure that everybody has, their privacy, their space, and it's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be a small group that we're taking, but I'm super excited about it. Yeah. And also, it's my birthday Tuesday, June 18th. So hello, any fellow Geminis, and happy birthday. Yeah, Leah does look like her. Leah, every time I see you, I'm like Pleiadian for sure, but definitely that Lemurian Atlantean energy. Definitely. You are so beautiful. And we're going to be doing important work in Sedona and in Mount Shasta. Grid work, lots of grid work. So thank you guys. I'm going to be 32. Can you believe it? Thank you so much. Okay, so the Atlantis and Lemurian energies that are coming through. So it's been coming up so much lately, and I've been having a lot of experiences with the inner earth beings, and we've been doing a lot of grid work. And right now, we are really laying the foundations with the grid, activating, reconnecting ley lines, and just really doing a lot of preparation for 2025, because we're going to experience massive growth in 2025. A lot of disclosure is going to be coming up in 2025. It's essentially 2025 is going to be like a huge portal. So right now, the work that we are doing right now, and the grid work that we're doing, and the grid work that we're going to be doing in Mount Shasta and in Sedona in October, is really laying the foundation, as well as all of the activations that we are receiving right now. Me and Katie were just talking about how we could not sleep last night. I was seeing tons of visions of light and just downloads and so much going on, and I couldn't sleep. And I was like, what the heck's going on? Why can't I sleep? And then I'm like, oh yeah, duh, I'm seeing all of these visions and all of this light. I'm just being downloaded, activated, upgraded. So maybe some of you guys are experiencing the same, where you're having issues sleeping right now because of all of the energy. But yeah, we're receiving a lot of activations and upgrades, a lot with the solar energies, as well as the grid. So the grid work that we've been doing in my tier 3 Patreon group, we did this last week too, focused a lot on this. And the inner earth activation from a couple Sundays ago, which is on my channel, we focused a lot on grid work. And it's so important because the foundations that we're laying right now in the reconnecting of this grid, the activating and anchoring of this grid, is literally paving the way for us to be able to anchor this in and also receive more of these activations and upgrades. And it's also supporting more contact experiences, like the inner earth beings, the Sasquatch clans are starting to come through more as our frequency is raising, as we are anchoring in this 5D grid and clearing and transmuting everything that can't be here, that's got to go. A lot of people are going to start having really fantastic and profound experiences because of the work that we are doing. So it's super exciting. And they're showing me also like these portals opening up, like positive portals, allowing more of these energies to come through as well. So it's amazing. Leah has only got 3 hours last night. Oh my goodness. Normally I fall straight asleep, not lately. Yeah, it's been crazy. And thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. The energies were intense yesterday. I agree. Thank you guys. Angel frequencies. Yeah. I was up every 3 minutes last night. Interesting. And hi, Sheila. 2025 huge portal and upgrades. Yeah. And even Vivian, she agreed with all of the messages that I was receiving about 2025 and the grid work. Leading up in preparation, preparing ourselves as well as the grid of Gaia. She said that 2025 is a Stargate year, literally like a portal. So we're preparing for that right now, and it's super important. We're making really big waves. So that's super exciting. Yeah, lots of trouble sleeping. Yeah, we've got a really bright future and new gifts and abilities coming online. So on my tier 3 Patreon group last weekend, we had a new inner earth being who came up to assist. And we're going to be working with this being again. There was two beings, Sophia. She's from Telos. These two are from Telos specifically. Sophia was one, and she's a high priestess. Whenever I was like trying to, like, I was tuning in to see what their roles were, because I literally woke up in the morning. As I was waking up, I said Sophia and Aaliyah, and then I was like, whoa, it just blurted out of my mouth. And then I was like, whoa, who is that? And then I was tuning in. Oh my gosh, they're inner earth beings from Telos specifically. And they were reaching out to do some activations with us and to assist and help with the community and everything, as well as the grid. And so I was tuning in, and Sophia's role, I was like, I was getting priestess. And then whenever I wrote down priestess, she corrected me, high priestess. I was like, oh, okay, high priestess. And then Aaliyah, I was tuning into what her role is. And I saw her in a library, like this beautiful, beautiful library in Telos. And she was coming through as like a record keeper. And a quantum record keeper also. So we're going to be working with those beings as well as Kay today to help us remember and activate our soul gifts and wisdom from Atlantis and Lemuria. And Vivian also confirmed that Atlantis and Lemuria is coming up for her a lot as well. And she's been working a lot with those energies. So we are carrying like codes, and I'm seeing like a template to reactivate those frequencies, these positive frequencies and gifts and wisdom from those ancient civilizations that we are going to be embodying and activating within us. So this could activate new psychic gifts and abilities, new healing gifts and abilities, also just wisdom and expansion of consciousness, the raising of our frequencies, which is super exciting. So who knows what you all knew how to do, your gifts and talents and your wisdom from Lemuria, from Atlantis, but it's really beautiful energy. So we're going to be bringing that through today, and I'm super excited about that. And now's the time. And we're going to focus a little bit on some healing and transmutation, because with the fall and the cataclysms of those two ancient civilizations, there was a lot of trauma there as well. So we're going to be correcting that and healing that also. So we'll do a little bit of work on that. So sometimes that comes up in my reading sessions where people have some past life trauma from Atlantis or Lemuria that needs to be kind of cleared and healed. Some people have dreams or visions of seeing huge waves, huge tsunamis. Some people have a fear of water or deep water, and it comes from Lemuria and Atlantis. So we'll be also working on healing and clearing that, and working with the Akashic records to integrate those soul aspects within ourselves to help propel our ascension and embody more of our soul light, which is exciting. And I just had an interview with Jonathan Shalomir, who he's hosting one of the events in Mount Shasta in July, and he lives in Mount Shasta. That's on my channel. He had a near-death experience that just premiered Friday. But he said something really interesting that I really liked and resonated with, that a lot of people had been to Mount Shasta before, and they left a part of their, like, say, soul essence or some keys there for them in this lifetime to come pick back up later to help activate and reintegrate. So if you're feeling called to Mount Shasta or other places, maybe even Sedona, Arkansas, as an example, me and Katie went to Mena, Arkansas a couple springs ago, and it's known for having thousands of miles of crystals, and it's kind of like the heart chakra of the United States, and it has a big like Atlantean connection there. And the Sasquatch clan said that I brought keys to help activate the land, and that the land had keys to activate me. So now I do believe that as an Atlantean, I put keys there for me that I was picking back up, that were activating, and I was reintegrating whenever I went. And it was a very profound week. So yeah, that's super exciting. And that can be all over the place. And ancient Egypt comes up a lot for people too. A lot of you have had past lifetimes in ancient Egypt. You may have been a priest or priestess, a healer, a record keeper, a wisdom keeper, keeper of esoteric wisdom teachings, alchemy. So we can pick back up on those soul gifts and that memory and reintegrate those that wisdom and those codes. And Atlantis was started, Thoth, after Atlantis fell, or Egypt was started. After Atlantis fell, some of the Atlanteans went to Egypt and built the pyramids and began to restart civilization, because essentially we went through a reset. But a lot of us, this isn't our first time here. We've lived lifetimes in Atlantis and Lemuria. So do any of you guys have questions regarding that so far? Definitely have had past lives in ancient Egypt. Yeah, so now it's time for us to activate, reintegrate that. We're going to be working with the Akashic Records. Hopewell Farm says, yep, was there with King Solomon. One step at a time. Could I work with ET to help heal my parents' past life trauma? You can definitely work with your star family and galactic councils and healers to help heal your ancestral line. 100%. Yes. And that's a big part of what we're doing here too. I've had to work with my mother's lineage, my father's lineage. And I do have a workshop on that, ancestral healing, cord cutting, and karma clearing on my website too. But I think I might have some live activations on YouTube. But yes, you can work with your ETs to do that. Hi, Gypsy. Just got back from Ireland, and not only it is a magical there, but it has many connections to Egypt. Yeah, I feel like there's these places all over the world. Like Egypt is a really popular big one. Then you've got Stonehenge that has a connection to Lemuria, or was part of Lemuria. Hawaii, part of Lemuria, and then Atlantis and in Egypt has connections all over the world, even in the United States. So whenever I was remote viewing Kokia Mounds, which is near St. Louis, Missouri, the largest, oldest ancient civilization in the whole continent of North America, it's right by St. Louis, Missouri, which is where I live, and huge mounds. The biggest mound is larger than the base of the Great Pyramid. And whenever I was remote viewing it, I saw that they're going to be digging up and finding ancient Egyptian artifacts there. So how is that possible? And then there's also been some found in the Grand Canyon, hidden in caves in the Grand Canyon, which apparently that's all blocked off now. The government probably took control of that, and they're like, we don't want anybody to see this. But how did these ancient Egyptian artifacts get to the United States? It's something to think about. It's really interesting. So yeah, there's these spots all over the planet, not just Egypt. Our ancestors want us to do this, to my understanding. Yeah, the ancestral healing is huge. Are the people from Telos descendant from Lemuria? Yes. And I believe Atlanteans too, Atlanteans and Lemurians. Like Kay. Claire says the cord cutting activation is really brilliant. It's helped me tremendously. Thank you, Claire, for sharing that. And yeah, there's a link for it in the video description too. Yeah, that was a big part. So I do those workshops and sessions whenever really big things keep coming up that the collective needs to work on. I have learned some alchemy quickly due to activation. Suddenly realized I can create a wave of energy that I condense, and then in the light, I can see anything using the magic of plants. That's amazing. So that's part of these kind of downloads and activations that we can just instantaneously receive and integrate, where we just have this expanded knowledge and expanded consciousness. It's incredible. So that's a great example of that. Thank you for sharing. You develop new gifts. You can see things, feel things. Karen, do we have to visit these places to activate, or are there other ways these occur? I have no desire to leave New Zealand. I'm sure New Zealand has a bunch of unique places that you can go in New Zealand, but you can also connect with your consciousness. I have that Inner Earth gridwork activation if you click the Lives tab from, I think it was the last activation we did, where we connected with Mount Shasta and grid points all over the earth. with our intention and with our consciousness. So you don't necessarily have to be there. And there are places, that may not even seem, like a big deal that you can find and discover close to home. It'd be a good idea to look up if there's any mounds. Katie says, I do remote grid work. I think that is possible. 100%. Yes, you can do grid work from wherever you are. Of course, it's powerful if you go on location, but you don't necessarily have to. I discovered through an Akashic Records reading my Pleiadian roots, a little bit of my history. I'm just beginning my spiritual awakening, so I still don't know what I'm specifically to do in Mount Shasta. Well, and a lot of it can happen on a subconscious level too. You may not even realize, if you feel drawn to a specific area, there's a reason for it. If you feel drawn to do something, there's a reason for it. And there's a lot going on interdimensionally that you may not even be aware of, but it's automatically happening. Energy from water as well. That's awesome. Beautiful. Yeah. And does anybody have any questions? And then we'll get started on the activation in just a second. I also wanted to announce that I have a 6-week Making Contact mentorship program that I'm launching in August. It's going to be a small group program that walks you through the ascension guidelines and protocols to make contact with your star family and develop a communication and connection with them. It works for guides too, other guides, and a lot of the ascension stuff, kind of like the Starseed boot camp. But it's weekly meetups, assignments, guidance, and unlimited access to me daily for support. And yeah, I'm super excited about that. So that way, we're together for 6 weeks and I can walk you through the whole process. And if you have issues discovering your unique cosmic origins or connections, I can also tune in and kind of channel and connect with your unique cosmic connections and star families as well. So that starts in August, and you can apply if you want to join that Transformation Making Contact program. It's on my website. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm super excited about that. It's like a coaching program. And also, is Mary here? Is it Mary who we are supposed to... I wanted to shout out. Let me see real quick if I make sure I get the right channel. So Mary just made okay, here we go. Mary Jean, the moderator. Thank you so much for all of your hard work and for being in all of these activations. So Mary just started a YouTube channel, and I wanted to ask everybody to go give her a subscribe, especially if you're here live. Her YouTube channel is, let's see, maybe you can just click on her name. But could you type it in the chat, Mary? But I'm typing it also. Everybody give her a subscribe if you can. So here's her YouTube channel. That would mean a lot and help her out a lot. So thank you. And thank you, Mary, for being here each week. Awesome. Thanks, Sheila. And hi, Lisa. And we'll get started in just a second. Jason says, big relationship upgrades on full moon Gemini. Yeah, lots of upgrades happening. Gemini's a great sign too. Well, I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Gemini, but okay. All right, guys. Well, I guess we can go ahead and get started on the activation portion. Also, I've partnered with Hopewell Farms CBD. I don't have the CBD here with me like I do normally, but I started taking their CBD a couple of years back, and it's helped me a lot. It also helps with grounding and meditation and with sleep. So whenever I can't sleep, I take it, and it's been really helpful. So there's 10% off. There's Hopewell Farms with the code Lily10, and that's at the very bottom of the description if you're interested in trying some of their high quality CBD. Thank you, Victor, for sharing her channel, Mary's channel. Oh, Jason, I did. Thank you so much for the super chat. I saw it and I forgot to call it out. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, and thank you so much for the activation. Thank you, Jason. That really helps the channel a lot. High Priestess Sophia. And if you're here right now, please hit the like button. All right, guys, are you ready to activate and embody And remember your soul gifts from Atlantis and Lemuria. Like I said, this is preparing the way for the Stargate portal of 2025. So it's really important work. And this will, through this activation, you'll get a lot of upgrades. A lot of upgrades. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a few sips and we'll get started. Thank you guys for subbing to Mary. All right, maybe we'll call on Thoth to be here with us today too. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to be a good one, guys. Okay, so you don't have to be an avid meditator to benefit from this. Just sit back and listen. You may want to grab some crystals. You can either sit up straight, I would sit up straight, or lie down. And then just listen to the sound of my voice and the sound of the bowl. I'm going to be playing the heart chakra bowl. Oh, so many great activations happening. Wow. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get started. And I'm going to channel these frequencies through. And let's go ahead. So go ahead and begin by getting in a comfortable position. Just listening to the sound of my voice and the sound of this bowl. And go ahead and begin by taking a few deep breaths in. And as you breathe in, breathe light into your body. Breathing in light. This light continues in through your throat, spreading to your shoulders, your arms, and then to the tips of your fingers. Breathing in light with every breath and exhaling any tension. Breathing in light through the portal of your heart chakra, opening your heart. Light continuing down your torso, your thighs, your calves, and then to the tips of your toes. Just becoming more relaxed and open. And now we go ahead and create sacred space around each and every one of us. We call in Archangel Michael, the warrior protector angel. You may see or feel him as a bright light with his sword coming into the room, clearing out any old energies, bringing light into the room. And now we call in Archangel Raphael, the healer magician angel. Archangel Raphael coming into the room, bringing his energies. Now we call upon Archangel Gabriel, messenger angel, bringing light into the room. And then calling in Archangel Uriel, the Archangel of Earth, also bringing light into the room. These archangels holding each side of your energetic field. The archangels of North, East, South, and West. Protecting every direction, creating sacred space around you. Blocking this plane off from any outside interference. And now we call in Archangel Metatron of the above space. who brings down the golden Christ consciousness grid from the grand central sun, bringing it from the portal of the sun, this golden light coming down through the chakras above your head, your soul star chakra, entering into your crown chakra, focusing on top of your head for a moment. Feel or visualize your crown chakra beginning to fill with light and open, connecting you in with the Christ consciousness grid, bringing this through your crown, opening you up to receive divine downloads, healing, activations, upgrades, wisdom. Metatron continues down, bringing it through your third eye. Your third eye fills with light and opens. Now down to your throat chakra. Your throat chakra fills with light and opens. And then anchoring the golden Christ consciousness grid within your heart. Thank you, Metatron. And now we call in Archangel Sandalphon of the below space, who brings up the 5D crystalline grid of the earth, a platinum light, bringing this up through the earth, up to the earth's surface, into your earth star chakra, which fills with light and opens, up to your root chakra. Your root chakra fills with light and opens. Your sacral chakra fills with light and opens. Your solar plexus fills with light and opens, and then anchoring the 5D crystalline grid within your heart. And now see or feel or just know yourself held, divinely held and protected in every direction, anchoring in the Christ consciousness grid and the 5D crystalline grid within you. Now we call in our cosmic families of the highest love and light, galactic councils of the highest love and light, the Arcturians also, who will be assisting with the Akashic records today, all of our star families, master healers, councils, guides of the highest love and light, come be here with us now, as well as Thoth of the highest love and light, Atlantean priests, priestesses of the highest love and light, Lemurian priests, priestesses of the highest love and light, Lemurian healers, the inner earth beings, the Telosians who would like to assist, the Sasquatch clans who would like to assist, Kay from inner earth, Sophia, Aaliyah, Micah. Please be here with us now to assist us with this activation, integration, remembering, and healing. Now feel the energy shift as you are surrounded by these loving beings. Now we are transported to a vast library in inner earth. A vast library in inner earth that comes with a pool of water. A pool of sacred water, and we are surrounded by these inner earth beings, Lemurian, Atlantean guides, healers, priests, priestesses, the Arcturians. our cosmic families. Thoth. Now see yourself sitting, maybe cross-legged, sitting in the center of this library/temple, and they begin performing a ceremony to help cleanse, purify, and initiate you to carrying this sacred wisdom, these sacred codes, activating and remembering your gifts. See these beings dipping their hands in this sacred water, this beautiful sacred water, high frequency water, and then putting it on your forehead, beginning to cleanse your energetic field, your body, mind, spirit, and initiating you, preparing you to hold and anchor this wisdom as well as heal. Now the priest, priestess, record keepers begin accessing these quantum records, libraries, wisdom, and the Arcturians step forward, also assisting with the Akashic records, opening the Akashic records. And maybe if the Arcturians would like you to see any of your Lemurian or Atlantean or even Egyptian past lifetimes where you held knowledge, wisdom, soul gifts for you to integrate. And we will also heal, opening the Akashic records. They may wish to show you a specific lifetime. And also the Arcturians, if there was trauma in these past lifetimes or karma that needs to be cleared, we all collectively begin sending healing into the records, healing into these past lifetimes, healing into this timeline. Healing on a soul level from the fall of Atlantis and Lemuria. Sending love, light, and healing. See these frequencies, healing and light going down into the Akashic records, into your past lifetimes, into your energetic field, deep within your soul, deep within your body, your physical body, your DNA. And as this is happening, they begin pouring more of this sacred water on you as a purification ceremony, a healing ceremony, cleansing. You begin feeling peace, love, compassion, as your soul is deeply nourished, healed. And we ask Archangel Michael to cut any cords, any negative cords, and assist with clearing anything, closing anything that needs to be cleared, closed, or cut, pulled from these past lifetimes. Archangel Michael with his sword, cutting, pulling, transmuting, healing, closing anything that needs to be closed. As the inner earth, Atlantean Lemurian priestesses, healers, record keepers continue Putting this water all over your body. Now your arms, your hands, down your chest. Feeling the wonderful frequencies, harmonizing and balancing energies of this water. Also activating, helping to heal and repair on a cellular, energetic level, on a quantum level. And now we bring a version of you forward from your Akashic records. A high aspect of you from Atlantis or Lemuria, where you held gifts and wisdom that will be beneficial to you in this lifetime. We bring this version of you forward. It is also healed and purified. You see this version of you in front of you. Soul gifts, soul wisdom, activations, codes, frequencies. And now this version of you begins merging with you, safely merging with the assistance of all of our guides, healers, the Arcturians. You feel this spark growing within you as you merge with this version of you, and you adopt and integrate, activate the soul wisdom and gifts from this version of you. Your energetic field begins changing, lighting up with new codes, wisdom, frequencies you are carrying, new wisdom, gifts, integrating within you. You feel your heart lighting up, your consciousness expanding. Allowing the work to be done as you are integrating this version of you. Returning more of your light to you, more of your soul essence and your DNA. Now, if there is any specific wisdom or gifts, knowledge from this version of you that they would like to show you now, allow it to come up to the surface and be known. Maybe new soul gifts and abilities that are activating within you now as you integrate this higher aspect of you. What are they? As the integration process continues and is becoming complete, the healers, priests, priestesses, record keepers begin adjusting your energetic field if there are any adjustments that need to be made to assist you in embodying and integrating these higher frequencies, these codes, this soul essence of yours merging with you for a peaceful and easy transition. And then Thoth appears, and if there is any wisdom or teaching. Thoth and other higher dimensional beings of the light who carry wisdom and teachings and upgrades to assist with the raising of consciousness, the ascension of humanity and earth, begin also sending downloads from their hands into your crown, into your being, wisdom encoded to help you remember who you are, unveiling mysteries of the universe, our power, and go ahead and making any last adjustments now. And putting a bubble of light around you to continue the activation, integration, and healing process. Bubble of light. And now you feel harmonized, balanced, and you can see this other version of you within you, raising your frequency. As the ceremony is complete, everybody takes a step back. They put that bubble of light around you, and you may begin coming back to your physical body, and now also anchoring this light, these new frequencies, wisdom, and gifts within you, and anchoring them deep into the 5D grid of the earth, deep into the earth, which will also spread throughout the planet as you anchor it within yourself. We ask that if you need assistance deciphering some of the new wisdom that you are gaining and integrating, the codes that you are gaining and integrating in the days to come, we ask that guides appear of the highest love and light to assist you with these downloads, new revelations, and energies. And now these beings take a step back, and we send love and light to the inner earth beings, to the Lemurians, Atlanteans, healers, priests, priestesses, Thoth, the Arcturians for their assistance, the Sasquatch clans, Telosians, Kay, Aaliyah, Sophia. And we feel that lovely energy anchoring it, feeling whole, complete, harmonized, balanced. And whenever you are ready, you may begin coming back to the present moment. With your light brighter than ever, you may want to wiggle your fingers and toes, and then let me know how your experience was. And after this, you may also want to ground, and they're showing me crystals, holding crystals, working with crystals. They're also encoded with wisdom and information. And you can also program your crystals to help you anchor this in. Yes. And yeah, you may want to drink a lot of water after this. You may need to ground, go outside, spend a little bit of time in nature. You may need some more rest. Beautiful. Thank you so much to the archangels also for holding this space, for the Telosians, Atlantean, Lemurian, Inner Earth, Arcturian, our cosmic families, guides, Thoth. Feel strong energy strongly in my feet. So did anybody, whenever I asked if there were any specific gifts or wisdom that they wanted to show you, was there anything specific that came up for you? For me, I saw like a beam of light. It looked like this stone structure, this ancient like stone structure, and a beam of light going into it, and then like a portal. Like that's what I was doing in those times, and in that, I guess, working with that portal energy is in the wisdom of how to do that is intuitively integrating within me now. So a lot of this can come through in the coming days as intuition, like you just somehow or you get a feeling to do a certain thing, and you don't know how you know. So that's how this can manifest, part of how this can manifest. Thank you so much. A lot of blues and violet, Heather. Paradox Falls, my head got filled with fairy folk jokes. That was awesome. Hi, Lisa. Thank you. Gypsy, that was powerful. So much gratitude. Hi, Deborah. Powerful meditation. Sending everyone love from Michigan. Yeah, this was a really, really big one, you guys. We're calling back our wisdom, our soul gifts, and integrating, aspects of ourselves, more of our light. And I also saw like a huge stargate somewhere. I was seeing like hills or mountains and trees and like this huge stargate opening up near the end there. We feel so uplifted. And you are the best. 1111 Gateway. Hey, Peter. Thank you. Word of the day, integrate. Yeah. So it may take some time to integrate this as well. Mary felt it strong in my sacral and third eye. Yeah, I was feeling some sensations in my head. Tesla popped in. Lemurian Polynesian grandma wearing a poru sarong with a young child. Awesome. Lots of tingling and vibrating feelings. Somebody else said in your feet too. Interesting. Woo! Those records came through strong. Really love Aaliyah. Me too. And I learned of a new one, Micah, who is also apparently like he works like one of the heads in the library in Telos. I found out about that through on Vivian's interview, so I'm going to be connecting with him too. But him and Aaliyah must be working together. Both hands are buzzing, holding Lemurian crystals and lots of energy in my root chakra. Yeah, that's a great idea, working with the Lemurian crystals, because they are encoded with information. There's like a quantum library. So that'd probably be a good idea to meditate with your Lemurian, or just keep Lemurian crystals with you. Also, your hands. So the Lemurians were great healers, and they worked with energy in their hands. They also worked with portals, some of them. So maybe practice with your hand chakras, channeling energy and healing through your hands. Reconnected to the Galactic Center Akashic Records. That's awesome, Katie. I like that. Astral projection. That was wonderful. Thank you, Gypsy. I appreciate that donation. It really helps the channel. Wow, they told you you're going to be a doctor. That's awesome. Hey, Maggie, very powerful. Saw a higher version of myself. Saw a strong light portal as well. Light is also known as truth. Was it wrong of me to play 432 hertz music while listening during this activation? No, not at all. Yeah, you can listen to frequency music during this too. That's fine. Wow. Transmute and manipulate the elements and weather. That's awesome. Feeling light in a good way. That was a lot of assistance from so many beings. Yeah, for sure. Saw my Arcturian guide. Felt myself merging throughout my body with vibrations. Felt like I was floating off ground. Wow. Sasquatch energy was very soothing. Yeah, they're very grounded. Got very warm. Kept seeing images of universities and libraries. And I think I was doing academic research of some kind. Yeah, you were probably a record keeper. Yep. Drink water and sleep now. Awesome. I love being part of this. Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please like this video and leave a comment too. Even if you were here live, if you leave a comment afterwards, that helps the channel a lot. And also, I started a Patreon where we're doing every other Sunday biweekly meetings, group meditations, and in the tier 3 group meetings and meditations, as well as monthly Q&As and Starseed coaching and other bonus content. So feel free to check out my Patreon channel. And all of the past recordings are up too. Awesome, guys. I feel like traveling and activating more places. That's it. We're anchoring this in, and then wherever we go, we're activating the land. We're bringing that energy with us. So that's beautiful. Thank you, Christine. Patreon is awesome. Yeah, we got an amazing group. I love the Patreon meetings. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Happy Father's Day. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, and I will see you Wednesday night. I'm interviewing Laura Eisenhower, and that will be premiering at 8 p.m. Central Time. So I hope to see you there. Bye, guys. Love you all.